Hi, this is Alex again, and in this video I'm going to be making Pikachu. So this one I made with a little bit bigger paper, so as you can see it came out a teensy bit bigger. This is with a piece of origami paper, he's a little, and I haven't quite drawn the face on him yet. And then we have our guest here who's just enjoying the cuteness. So for this one we are going to start by creasing along this middle line. And I'm just using yellow origami paper for this. This one, it really does help if you have double-sided paper, or double-sided colored paper. So, if you can do that, definitely use it, even if it's printer paper. And then what we're going to do next is fold these two into this middle crease. So just fold that in. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, so once we do that, we have this. Oops, move over, Pikachu. And then we're going to take this and fold it down. And just line up your middle with the middle, crease across. Okay, so now we have it, it looks like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. And then fold these two tips into this middle crease. And then the other side. And once we crease these well, you're going to unfold, flip them back over, and then we are going to open this and do what is called a rabbit ear fold. I will be 100% honest, this is my least favorite fold, but it's not really that hard. So we're going to open it, you're going to pull this down, going to fold that straight down like this to crease here, and then down here is going to be what is called our rabbit ear. So as you can see now we have this little flap, that's our ear. So then, without unfolding this bit, you can slip this one and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we fold this straight down and across, so this part's flat, and then just kind of squish in our rabbit ear. Okay, fold that, crease there, make sure you got all your creases, and now we have our two little ears here, and this bit up here. So, after we do that, we're going to fold these two tips down so that they're out of the way, and we're going to squash this one down. So it looks like that. Now fold these two sides into the center line. And then we are going to petal fold up. So this one, because, well, we don't really want to crease too much here that we don't have to. So it's easiest just to fold this up, kind of use your finger to hold that flat on both sides. Just crease a little guide right at the corner and then flip it up. And it should just flip open. Use your other creases to kind of line it up. There you go. So once we get this petal folded up, there's that. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to now fold this one down so we have it like that. Okay, so once we have this tip down, what we're going to do is take this side, flip it over this way, fold this leg and pull it up, and then flip it down to hold that in place. And then do the same thing with the other side. So now it should look like that. The next step, we have to flip it over, and we're going to work on the back. So we have to fold these two creases to this center point. And do the other side. Okay, once we do that, it's going to look like this. So we're going to flip it back over and then fold these back and under here. So you take this corner and fold it back underneath so that it's even with this back fold. So it's easier if you crease it like that and then just flip it under. So it looks like that, and it's even. And you can see if we open this, you can kind of see that little fold in there. And do the same thing on the other side. You open, stick that in there, and now that's even. So once we do that, we are going to take these two side pieces. If you kind of move this out of the way, you'll see that there's a top layer here that we can pull at that's loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that to make his ears. So we have to pull this down and kind of inside reverse fold it. So you pull it, you tip it, and you'll see that it kind of creases out like that. And then once you squish this back down, it will naturally just want to fold down, and then we just crease it in the middle so that it sticks out. And you can put his ears at whatever angle you want to put them at. So we do the same thing on the other side. Grab this top part, kind of pull it out a little bit, flip it down to make an ear, and then just put it at whatever angle you want. If you want to make them even, if you want to make them uneven, you want to have them have ears going different directions, just whichever way you want to do it. So we have that. So now he has ears, and you can kind of see the beginning of your Pikachu starting to take shape. So once we do that, we're going to fold this tip here, and we're going to just fold it back to give him the top of his head. And then to finish the face, we're going to take this top little flap, and we're going to just roll it and stick it under here, and just kind of roll it up until it gives him the shape of his face in the front. We want to keep that nice and straight, so it kind of looks like, there we go. And we want him to have kind of a round face because it's Pikachu and he has chubby cheeks. There. So now you can see you have your little Pikachu face. And his ears came out a little crooked, but it looks like he has them sticking in different directions, which I think is cute. So once we have his face done, we are going to use these creases in the back to fold his tail. So what we do is we take this, it's going to naturally fold against those creases back here. And we're just going to take that back, and then it will fold in half kind of on its own. You're just going to help it back and up. Okay, and once we do that, it will start to make a bit of a tail. So we want to fold and then, okay, take it along these ones. Two. It helps if you do this in stages just to get his tail to cooperate fully. So we take these two up, this one down, and we fold this in half, and there we go. Now we have, in the front, it will look like that. You have your little Pikachu body with his little legs. In the back, you have this first set of creases up here, and this second one that is going to be what we use to kind of keep it flat against his body. So now this is the back of our Pikachu. So because Pikachu's tail is not straight, you just need to kind of accordion fold his tail to whatever angle you want, so that when you let it go, it kind of sticks out. And the last thing is, because this top fold will not stay down, if you want to, you can tape it, you can glue it, just something. But Pikachu's tail does not have a pointed end, so you can either snip off the tip, which is what I did here, just to give it kind of that flat end, or you can just open this slightly and just kind of fold it so it's flat, and then fold this back and just kind of squish it down, and that will give him the flat tip on his tail. If you want to, we can fold this down, also fold along here just to give him a little skinnier tail. Because of the angle that he's sitting at, I don't necessarily mind having the thicker tail back here, because when you see him from the front, you don't see much of the tail anyways. So I think it looks fine. And then the last thing is just the color on his face, give him eyes, a little mouth, and then his little cheeks. I just use Sharpie on this one. Just a black Sharpie and a little red Sharpie. You have to give him the 3 mouth. It doesn't look like Pikachu if you don't. So you can use a pen, you can use whatever you have handy that will give you the ability to draw details on this little Pikachu. So now that you have it, you can make your own little herd of wild Pikachu.